So, some surprising news here today. As subscribers of the channel will most likely know, I've been following Martin Scorsese's new movie Killers of the Flower Moon, which is currently filming and has been filming for a few months now. The movie is highly anticipated, not least because it will be the first Scorsese film in which he directs both of his frequent collaborators, Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio, in the same film. This will be Scorsese's 10th feature-length film with De Niro and his 6th with DiCaprio. The movie began filming in February of this year, and new actors joining the film have been announced since, such as Jesse Plemons, who worked with Scorsese on his previous film The Irishman. Other noteworthy actors include Lily Gladstone and a few other lesser-known actors, and you'd have thought that would be it, especially given how long they've been filming. But it turns out that another big-name actor has joined the cast, even this late in the game, and it's Brendan Fraser of all people. In fact, he's actually been on a bit of a run recently, working with Soderbergh, Aronofsky, and now Scorsese. Good for him, I'd say. I heard he's been through some shit with a back injury and something about him being blacklisted for coming out about his sexual assault. As I'm guessing is the case with a lot of people, I mainly know Fraser from the two brilliant mummy movies from the early 2000s. Great films that were a lot of fun. Perhaps the most enjoyable family adventure films since Indiana Jones. Fraser was an absolute riot in those movies, and because I'm familiar of him as this hammy but charming leading man, it's weird to think of him being in a Martin Scorsese movie. But he did actually start off his career as a dramatic actor, so I guess it makes sense. And it's nice to see Scorsese mixing it up a little bit. It's great that he works with top-tier actors repeatedly, and I'm sure, given both his age and directing style, he likes to have familiar actors around him who are in tune with the way he thinks. But when you see the same familiar faces again and again in his movies, it's nice to see a little change. But to be fair, in the last 20 years or so, aside from Leonardo DiCaprio, he has actually used a lot of different actors. What I've noticed Scorsese does is he uses an actor for about 2 or 3 films and then ditches them. You've got Ray Winstone in The Departed and Hugo, Ben Kingsley in Shutter Island and Hugo, Alec Baldwin was in The Aviator and The Departed, and a lot of the actors from Boardwalk Empire were in The Irishman. And likewise, there's a handful of Irishman actors in Killers of the Flower Moon. And then there's guys like Jack Nicholson, Paul Newman, Al Pacino and Tom Cruise, who he worked with once each. So for someone who seems to have a reputation for working with the same guys over and over, he has been around. It's actually parallel with the complaint that he only makes gangster movies, when in actuality they account for about 5% of his filmography. Anyway, who is Brendan Fraser playing in the movie? Well, as most know, the film follows the disappearances and murders of members of the Native American Osage tribe in Oklahoma during the 1920s. Related to this, there is a court case that occurs in the movie. I won't give any spoilers or details, but Fraser is apparently playing a lawyer called W.S. Hamilton. It's not a major role by any means. He likely won't be in the film for the first 2 hours or so, and when he does pop up, it could be little more than a cameo. Still though, the likes of Frank Vincent only pretty much had one scene in Goodfellas, and he became etched in film history as a result. So, who knows? For more videos and related content, consider subscribing to the channel, and thanks for watching.